And welcome to CBC Alumni Focus. I am the CBC Alumni Director, Rob Stagenborg, and always excited to have a good friend of mine, Jaelen Gilkey. He's coming back via Zoom. He's coming back to CBC, class of 2013. Jaelen, welcome back.
Welcome, man. I appreciate you having me, Rob. It's a privilege to see you.
Well, that's great, man. Again, we got so much to catch up with you, but I guess number one, like as I was like just looking up some stuff about you and just kind of catching up on you, I didn't realize we're coming up on the significant anniversary of your big home run in the baseball on June 1st of 2013. That's when you guys that's when your big home run, you and Matt Vierling ended up leading us to a big victory there. I just saw that in the newspaper clipping. I had to bring that up, man.
I didn't know the date, but that's beautiful. I appreciate you reminding me.
It's June 1st. And I'm gonna let you know my dogs are gonna bark here in a minute because I'm getting someone at the door here.
It's all good.
There you go. I'll edit that out in post, as they say. Again, as we talk about, so you're in North Carolina in the I guess the Triangle area, and you're in Greensboro, correct?
Yes, sir. So I'm in the Triad. Not technically the Triangle. The Triangle is Raleigh, Durham, and then we're right there. We're an hour away, but I'm out here in Greensboro. Yes, sir.
So I guess you're keeping up with our guy Caleb Love out there at North Carolina. So
I keep up with all the guys. I make sure it's guys that I play with, guys younger than me. I keep up with all the guys. We got a lot of successful, young, up and coming athletes, and it's beautiful to see.
That is great. I tell you, really, Christian Little's doing some great things at Vanderbilt. So we're having great success. But talk about you, like you came to CBC and you obviously played baseball, had obviously a tradition growing up playing baseball. But what was it about CBC? You guys, that class of 2013, you guys had some great athletes in that class. And it was just like a killer's row, man. You guys really had some good athletes. So talk about being part of that.
Just across our class, it was just so great. We had so many talented athletes. I mean, we got Arion Pitton, of course. That's my dog, my best friend. We got Bert Bertzel, went on to have a great career.
Yep.
He went at Kennesaw State and was at Miami. We had TJ Williams was at Miami of Ohio. We had Jonathan Owens, who's now with the Texans.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he surprised probably everybody. He was probably the best athlete like across all sports, even though he only played football. He could do everything. Well, he ran track too, I think. Mm-hmm. But he could do everything. Big hands.
Yeah. But Jonathan Parker, remember Jonathan Parker?
We had JP. Yep. I mean, we had so many guys. JP played at Iowa.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we had, like I said, the young guys that came after us. I mean, Armand, Brian Wallace. We had
all doing great things, man.
Pat McCall. Like we had, I mean, just athletes from 9th through 12th while I was there. And I mean, I was only there 2 years, but it was just wonderful. I didn't even touch the baseball guys.
Yeah.
I just went to see Jake Berger play. He played for Charlotte.
I was going to say, that's right. Yeah, Jake Berger's kicking it out too. So, man, I tell you what, when you're at CBC, you don't really think about that kind of stuff. Guys are good or whatever. But, I guess the one thing is everybody, whatever profession they're in, your profession, sports, it's all about hard work and being, having a work ethic and showing up every day. Talk about how that's been for you in your career, both in sports and outside of sports.
Absolutely, man. I think that was the thing that I learned the most being at CBC. Like I always was a good athlete. Like when I was younger, like I was, a really good athlete. But even like in high school, like I was a good athlete. And then that kind of, came a little easier. School was always kind of, easy, especially before high school. But once I got to CBC, I realized like not only like to be good, you got to be competitive. You have to be like great to get on the floor at whatever sport you're doing. Because we just it's so many talented people, whether it's academically or athletically. Like it's unbelievable. It's so competitive that if you want to, not be average, you have to exceed a higher average than you would probably at other places.
Sure. And, the guys, like, it's like, it wasn't just all the football guys or all the basketball guys, right? Like you guys just all mixed and you guys still mix. And, it doesn't really matter what background you came from. And I thought that was really special about your class, that we talk about diversity. That was like diversity in motion.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, we had all type of athletes: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. Like we all, like you said, kind of coexisted and had a great relationship. I don't really think there was many people that were athletes that had any type of like bad, what I mean, feelings about each other. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because it's just we all had that respect for each other because we all knew that grind and then the level that we were trying to get to.
Exactly. And I think that was the year you guys were a large sports program of the year, weren't you, for the
Yes, sir. We
coaches
did.
that?
We
So,
won.
but again, obviously we talk about CBC so much more than sports and just friendships. And again, now you got into broadcasting. So talk about your broadcasting career and what you've been doing there, and how much you've been enjoying that.
Yeah, man, it's a great thing. I'm just like I said, I'm super blessed. I've been at our station now 3 years, 3.5 years. I started as the weekend assignment editor. So basically I was like secretary on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I worked 3 days a week and I had to get another job. Did that until I got promoted to full time. Did that and I was doing assignment desk in digital same time. And then, as time was going on, I was, challenged, and I challenged myself because I wanted more for myself. I realized, okay, for me to get on air, I'm going to have to just, create something that's going to stand out. So came up with, to help some of my colleagues who I'm super thankful for. We helped come up with the idea for come up with the top 5 plays of the week for high school football because, coming from our environment, like
Yeah.
that's nothing beats a Friday night at CBC off for 40.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
So it's not the same. When I'm out here, like the environment is not the same, like the talent level isn't the same.
Mhm.
But I do love to see like there are great athletes out here. It's just not as, like consistent.
Sure. We're in the championship of the spring, and it's like CBC Dispatch, CBC SLU.
Every year, like it doesn't like
Yeah.
every semester, like we're in
Yeah.
sometime, and there's not like a school out here that I've seen that's like that.
Yeah.
But
So
this is a smaller area though, so
so you go from being in sports and what have you, and then now you're doing more crime. You'd work on the crime desk, working on assignment desk, working really expanding your horizon. So what has that been for you like? I mean, again, you're always grew up with sports, and now you're reporting on news and stuff like that. So
right.
that's got to be interesting.
No, it is. It's a like I said, I'm super blessed, man. Like I'm a reporter, so now I don't do all that other stuff. I just get my story, and then I have to handle everything else from that. But as a multi-skilled journalist, it's every day is different,
Mhm.
but it's the same. You know
And
what I'm saying?
going to bring that up because again, my background is in newspaper work, but journalism is so different now. It is a more digital and it's more content driven and it's more organic. It's really amazing, and you've definitely had to adapt. So you had to learn all that as it was just kind of rolling out. So you're definitely on the front end of that trend.
Absolutely, and like that's another thing. Being the age that I'm at that generation where we were, born with technology, but we were growing up as like the tech boom. So like we were always there for the new and the next and able to, catch on and adapt. And I think that's something that is super helpful every day.
Do you manage to get back to St. Louis ever? Or I know you're obviously busy with your job out there, but I'm sure you got family still back in town.
Yeah, my family lives back home. Pretty much all my family, both sides of my family from St. Louis. So like I'm St. Louis all the way through. So, but yeah, all my family. I went last time I was home. I do believe it was Thanksgiving. I don't really get to go as much as I want to
Sure.
because, well, especially because of last year, during
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah,
But I actually last year was. It's funny since I've been in college. Last year was the year I went home the most.
wow. Okay. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's awesome. And how are your folks doing?
everybody's good, man. My dad's coaching down in Florida, and my mom, she's at the house doing real well. But he just went down there when they broke up the alternative site downtown.
Sure. That's great. Again, we appreciate all the help that they gave us again, throughout the years and things that they've done. So what are some of the things that you missed about St. Louis? Obviously, I'm going to say you're going to miss CBC because it's the CBC show, but what else are you kind of missing?
Man, I just miss the food. I miss my family. Like, I miss being able to go out and, like, if I wanted to go see a great game, like, I know where to go, you know. I miss that's probably about it. The food, my family, and just that familiarity, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's about it.
I'll tell you, the one thing I'll say is, like, it seems like from the 2000s all the way up, like even past your grade, there have been a lot of guys that have become one into TV or radio or morning DJs. I don't know what we did to you guys back then, but something is, your personality definitely has come out. So, Jaelen, we're real proud of you, obviously, and real happy and blessed that you're, so happy with what we were able to provide for you. Any teachers you want to say hi to, or anybody that kind of made an impact on you?
Yeah, man. Shout out TK, my dog. Shout out to Coach Pingle. Shout out to Coach Horn. Trying to see who else. Shout out to you, Mr. Stagenworth, because you're my guy. Because you always was my guy.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. And I want to say one thing, man. RIP the Colonel, man. I really love the Colonel. The Colonel was my man. At graduation, what's the thing we do before graduation? Like, when all the parents come.
Oh, the convocation.
So we was at convocation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my family was sitting in the back, and I guess when I walked through, he saw me. So when he saw me, he came and made sure he came to the back and told my parents how impressed he was with me and the job they did raising me. And he wanted to shake both my parents' hand. And that really meant a lot to me. The Colonel wrote me a letter of recommendation for me to get into all my schools that I ended up, you feel me, attending or just getting accepted into. So RIP the Colonel, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I talked to a lot of guys and his name comes up, especially for you guys in that era. So again, it was a tremendous loss, but really was such a character of CBC that you had to know the Colonel to appreciate him, because he had a great sense of humor, man, didn't he?
I mean, nothing like him, man. He come through. Better wake up. You better wake up, boys.
Yeah. And then he got that Trans Am. He drive his Trans Am too. That was always nice.
Can't miss it.
Yeah. So again, Jaelen, I'm gonna go and put you on pause. I appreciate you catching up with us. Anything you want to say to any of your classmates, or anything you want to, any last message?
Hey, man, all the boys, man, just come on and let everybody know, how you doing. Let us see your face. Let us see your face, man. That's all it is. We want to it's a wellness check.
Yeah, and everybody come out, man, because you know what? If you can't connect with your high school, man, that's where all your memories are, man.
And we coming up on 10 years too, and that's really unbelievable to me.
Yeah, well,
that's unbelievable.
We'll be talking to you guys about that. But again, Jaelen, appreciate your time. Where can people find you? Are you on Twitter and stuff, or where? If people,
y'all can find me on social, all socials. Just Silky Gilkey, baby. That's me.
Silky Gilkey. I love it. Still got that name, man.
That's my boys, that's what they gave me, and I run with it. Like,
TK gave you that name? Was it TK?
No, so it was probably, I don't know who it was specifically, but it was somebody. It might have been Bob Ryan.
Might have been Bob Ryan.
Shout out Bob Ryan too.
Yeah. That's great, man.
What a great time, man. But I think it was one of the boys on the baseball team that gave it to me. And that was my uncle's nickname before. And so he was at the game and they started calling me that. I saw it in his face. He was looking like, huh? Like,
it's my name. Yeah,
I told him it's time to pass the torch, man. Your run's over.
That's great, man. Well, again, we're going to wrap it up with you. Thanks for taking time, and we'll catch up with you next time, man. Jaelen Gilkey, class of 2013, everybody.